Zombie apocalypse.
Hey guys, Luixahl, and welcome to a Survival Games episode. I did start my recording a little late, so we're already running, and I don't have any time to really do my intro. Well, I have a... that made no sense. I don't have any time to say a physical intro. Please tell me you don't have a weapon. Okay, there we go. But, I'm back, and I did change my name to Luixahl because I prefer the name. So, that's my name change right there. But like I said in the description, actually, of my new intro video, which I don't know if any of you had read. I'm sure a few of you, but most of you, I don't know. Well, let me set this up. I said the main reason that I'm coming back is because I've kind of figured out my life a bit more, and I've kind of realized what I can do, what I can't do, and everything's a bit more settled right now. At the time that I did say that I was going to take a break, a lot of things were just... everything was a real big mess in my life, and there was a lot of stuff going on, a lot of new information that I was being told, and a lot of things that just stressed me out completely. So I kind of didn't really have the spirit to continue YouTube or anything, really. I just kind of gave up most of the stuff that I do. I don't know why I did that. I was actually in a real bad state of depression at the time. Okay, there's a person behind me, hold up. Come on, get them. I just hit myself. That was resistance. Oh, what? Okay. But I, like I just said, was in a really bad state of depression at the time that I had said that, and at the time that I was trying to make videos, which didn't make for me being happy in videos, and like I said, I wasn't happy at all with any of the videos. I wasn't happy with what I was doing. I just wasn't happy. I'm gonna use that now because I don't want to use it later. But I also didn't know what to do at that time. I didn't know if I wanted to continue making videos. I didn't want to continue making videos at the time, which of course led to me wanting to take a break or do something other than make videos. And I loved making videos, but I just wasn't putting the effort into it, and I didn't feel like putting the effort into it because it just seemed pointless to me. But after a little while and hanging out with my friends more and getting over quite a bit of stuff that was troubling me in my life, I realized this is what I love to do. This is what I want to do. So that's what I did. It's what I want to do. And it just kind of became so normal for me to make videos in my spare time. But eventually I just kind of stopped making videos in my spare time. And that just led to me not talking about anything, being extremely bored and just not knowing what to do in my spare time at all because I didn't play any games. I didn't do anything. But eventually I found my way back into the system of talking, pretending like I was making a video, recording things even though I wasn't going to do anything with them. And it honestly just made me a whole lot happier for some reason. Soon enough, I realized that I missed making videos, and there was nothing I could do about that. So I figured, well, why not just put in the effort, try and make more videos. So I started to do that, and I found it was fun. I edited videos, but they never were up to what I wanted them to be, but they were still nice, alright quality videos. I eventually kind of gave up on the idea of posting them. But after a while, I just decided, well, screw it. What could go wrong if I made an intro and started posting more videos? Nothing could go wrong, really. I just wanted to test out how I would take it after so many months, weeks, days of not posting anything, not even trying to post anything. So I made the intro that I just posted a little while ago, and I'm actually really happy with the intro. I honestly don't exactly know what to do still. I'm going to be posting videos more often, but sometimes I honestly just become lost on ideas to post, and I also don't have any really interesting topics to talk about. I would also like your guys' feedback on what you want to hear about. If you want to hear anything about me, if you want to hear more about why I stopped, what was bothering me, just ask. If it's too personal of a question, I'll just tell you, and may or may not make a topic on it. But I would love it if I could go back and make more videos, because honestly, doing this, making videos, playing games, it's made me happier. And while I wish I could say it's made me a better person, it may have an effect on that. But who I am is who I am. It hasn't really affected that much. But I realize that it's our generation constantly on their phones, talking, just technology is everything. And being away from it for so long can have negative impacts on us. Everyone, too. It's not just certain people. It can have negative impacts on, like I just said, everyone. And being who I am, honestly, I don't think I'd change a single thing about it all. Technology is pretty much a way for me to be who I want to be. And without technology, I don't think I would actually be who I am today. But I've gotten off track talking about this. Sorry. Another thing that I would like to state is um, don't dwell in what I've posted in the past. I want to start fresh, new, if you call it. I'm thankful for all of you who, even after I said I was taking a break, didn't unsub from my channel and just kind of stayed with me. Honestly, I'm so thankful for that. So I decided to come back, and especially for you guys, I didn't want to leave you waiting on a channel that would never come back. I honestly wanted to come back, and I'm so happy that I'm finally back. I hope you all can understand where I'm coming from. But another thing I'd like to talk about is, I guess, now I'll talk about why I left. When I had left, I had learned some new information that had drastically affected my life. I had learned out that I wasn't who I thought I was. My parents weren't who I thought they were, and part of the reason I learned that was because of a tragic event that had happened earlier. I had learned all that information because of my dad. Well, I had to go to therapy for the longest time because my dad had almost died, and I'm talking about this event like it affected me the most because honestly, it did. Seeing your own father, the one who's raised you, collapse in front of you, dying, isn't something normal children see. Honestly, it scared me quite a bit. I've learned to deal with it, and it doesn't bother me as much because, I mean, he's alive and well. And that I'm extremely thankful for, because honestly, it could have turned out different. And just knowing that he's alive and well helped me get over most of it. So when I told my parents this, I was very, very confused as to why they had me keep going to therapy. I was fine, after all. There wasn't anything bothering me. Nothing was on my mind. Everything was alright. a few months of therapy later, and something felt off. We weren't supposed to have therapy on that day, but my parents brought me in anyway. When we got there, some family was there already. I knew something was extremely off, and it really, really upset me that they were there for some reason. I couldn't quite place why, but I was extremely upset by it. So when I was finally dragged in, and I mean dragged, um, we kind of began the meeting off on a strange start. My therapist was smiling, but she wasn't laughing. She didn't ask me how my day was, and she just asked if me to sit down. Of course, I sat down because I'm me, and I honestly was just hoping nothing was wrong. Oh no, I'm dead. Um, sorry, kind of zoomed into the game there. But after a little while, she began on a weird. She just began talking weirdly, and asked. And once I asked her why everyone was here, she kind of said, "Well, I guess we should start now." So everyone kind of looked at one of my family members, and my mom and dad asked me to sit down next to them, but me, panicking child, kind of refused. I don't know why, but I just felt safer to sit next to my aunt. So I kind of sat down with her, and a few minutes later, um, one of the people in my family decided to start talking. After a few minutes of talking, he began speaking about how have you ever wondered why all your friends' parents are so much younger and your parents are older? And and do you ever wonder why your aunt is called your aunt and I'm not called your uncle? And I kind of just said I figured it was because you were older. I was young at the time, really, really young. So I didn't exactly know what to say. I didn't really have a reply to that. But I never really questioned the old parent thing. I kind of figured it was normal. Didn't see anything wrong with it, of course. Like I said, I was only a young child. Maybe 7 or 8. So when later, after a little while of them talking, I was told that I was adopted. They were my grandparents, and he was my real father. It was a shocking revelation to me, especially when I learned that my mother had done a few crimes against my family and others. I really wanted to meet her because she's my mother. I wanted to see what she looked like. I was a curious child. And my parents thought that wouldn't be the best idea because she's manipulative. They thought I would want, they thought that she would be able to manipulate my mind at such a young age, thinking she did nothing wrong. Of course, I knew better. My brother and sister, who always stayed calm in front of me, whenever she was brought up, would always get super tight and snappy. They wouldn't really discuss anything. It honestly bothered them, and I could tell. They said she did many horrible things in her life, but honestly, I just don't. I know a few of them. I mean, she was a drug addict. I was told when I was younger I wouldn't go in a crib after my parents had got custody of me. I refused to sleep in a crib and was sleeping on a bed at a young age of 2, maybe. I was super young for my age. While most kids sleep in a crib, even if it's an opened up one at that age, I would honestly cry and scream whenever placed in a crib because I was so scared of the crib because that's what I had been locked in my entire life. My mother would apparently leave me in the crib and go out. So once I learned all this information, it kind of just was an eye opener for me. I honestly, at that time, didn't know people could be so horrible to do that to their own children, and I honestly didn't know anything much about the world. Um, so I kind of began to question things that I had never questioned before because of this, which led to me going into a deeper stage of depression than I had already been in for so long. And I kind of just tired of everything and everyone. It was kind of just a stage. I mean, I honestly was me. I just didn't have any clue what to do. And I just honestly hated everything that had to do with anything. I kind of separated myself from everyone, especially since all my friends were throwing me out of their groups and not hanging out with me. There was one girl who would always talk to me after I told her, but the other two never made an effort to change anything up or do anything different, which honestly bothered me insanely. This other girl is actually still in my life as a great person, and she's one of my best friends. Well, the other two are just friends. We don't talk much, and we don't do anything together. But eventually, I kind of separated myself from that group of three, and I started hanging out with this other group of three. Later, though, just a little, maybe less than a year after I started hanging out with them, one of the girls in the group kind of left, which left me and the other two girls. This year, another girl came, and the other girl kind of left the group. It was kind of a cycle that we all kind of laugh about, where another girl comes, and it seems like they're replaced. One of the older girls is replaced by the new one, one of the original three. We're always kind of pointing out how, oh, you're next, and it's just something we really joke about. It's nothing that serious. Uh, but for the longest time, I've always felt like I slightly kicked one of the girls out of the group because she started leaving. They were great friends, but I noticed that she started not hanging out with them once I came around, which I kind of felt a little sad about because I didn't know I didn't know if she blamed me about it or not because I mean I didn't know her that well. I didn't get to hang out with her much. So I didn't know anything really about how she felt. Um but after a little while, I became so depressed that one of my friends had noticed. Um and she suggested we talk to a teacher that I trust insanely, and I always will. She's actually one of my favorite teachers. Um, and so she brought me in at lunch and had me speak to that teacher. The teacher was very supportive, and we both actually got really upset over a few things, and we were there for each other. But, oops, sorry, game. But honestly, there were so many times that I wished I could go into the teacher, but never really could because either the topic wasn't school related or was something that I had sworn not to tell, or about my friends that was bothering them, or even sometimes it was just something bothering all of us regarding everything, really. We'd always get into little fuss fights about things, and honestly, some of them I don't think were taken as they were supposed to. Some of them, people's feelings got hurt, even though like nothing was pointed out bad about others. And I could tell this. And as I began to hang out with the people that I cared about more and more, I mean, people began telling me they're bad influences and that I should stop hanging out around them simply because of how upset they are and it's bad for me. But honestly, after a little while of thinking what about it, I realized that it's not bad for me. People in my life made me so much happier than I was before, and I couldn't even think about not seeing them again, not talking to them again. It was something that I just couldn't fathom. After a little while, I kind of told my friends some things that were bothering me, and of course, they were right there and supporting me straight through it, which I thank them for. Which then led me to talking to Darkify, one of my online friends. I honestly missed playing with Darkify quite a bit, so I decided to come back and play for a little bit. After playing for just a little while, I could tell that was extremely happy, and I wanted to play more and more. So I just kind of got back into playing and recording my voice, talking, but I never posted any of these. Of course, I was too chicken. Um, After finally just saying screw it, let's make an intro. As you can see by what I posted, that's my intro. And I made it myself, and it was really actually hard work. I didn't expect making an intro to be that hard. Um, I just had so much fun making the intro. It was something I never thought I'd be able to do. And once I had made the intro, I honestly felt so proud of myself, and I felt accomplished, something that I haven't felt like for a long time. Doing something like that and feeling so accomplished, honestly, it made me super happy. I just kind of decided that, well, since I've made an intro and posted it, why don't I just make a video kind of explaining why I've been gone? This is kind of what this video was, and I'm hoping that you all enjoyed it. If you have any more questions, like I stated earlier, please feel free to ask them. It won't really bother me at all if you have a personal question. I I could tell you if it doesn't bother me too much, but if it does, I'll just tell you. So ask whatever you feel like you need to, or whatever you want to ask. I honestly am so thankful. I don't know if I said this already, so if I have, I'm sorry. But I'm honestly so thankful that all of you have stuck around with me after I've been gone for so long. It means so much to me, and it's something that honestly is great. If I didn't have you guys still here, if you all had unsubbed, I probably wouldn't have had the inspiration to even make a video, make an intro, so I probably wouldn't be posting again. I'm just hoping that I can get my channel back and do something great, because honestly, I miss making videos, I miss laughing, and I miss chatting with you guys in the comments. Most of you are so kind and understanding. So I hope you can all understand why I'm saying this and why I'm back, why I was even taking a break. Um, so I would like to thank you all, but this is going to be the end of this little explanation video. Bye guys!